Jen Marley here at the March for Palestine in Washington, D.C. I am here with the legendary anchor, Amy Goodman of Democracy Now! So Amy, we know that you've been a longtime activist. We know that you've long covered Palestine and that Democracy Now! Offers some of the best coverage on Palestine. So what are some of your thoughts right now today, seeing this historic action?
I mean, you know, Democracy Now! Is known for covering grassroots actions. And what's happening right now in Gaza, I haven't checked the latest numbers. They're horrifyingly going up so quickly. I just wrote a column saying, save Palestinian lives means saving Israeli lives, meaning saving Palestinian lives, you will also save Israeli lives. You cannot have this level of killing thousands and thousands of people. How important it is to give voice to people inside Gaza. So often the electricity is cut off, so often the cell phone service is cut off, so it's very difficult to hear from people, but the images are horrifying. And I think people across the political spectrum, when they see what's happening, they care and they want to do something about it. Collective punishment is a crime. These are crimes against humanity. And it's very important that the mainstream press in this country also cover these levels of dissent, whether we're talking about here at Freedom Plaza or the Jewish Voice for Peace in New York. They shut down Grand Central Station, close to 400 of them, clergy, rabbis, Jews and their allies, saying, not in our name. What happened on October 7th was horrific, the killing of 1,400 people in Israel. The response afterwards, this unfolding daily death toll, the globe is responding. The question is, will the world leaders react to that response?
Amy, have you seen this kind of global movement and organizing for Palestine in your lifetime?
I haven't seen this level before, but there are parallels. For example, in the lead up to the Iraq War, millions of people rock the globe for peace. Of course, President George W. Bush invaded anyway. And the lies that were told, for example, by Colin Powell, who was dragging his feet on the war, the Secretary of State, but ultimately gave the speech in February 2003 at the UN Security Council saying Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Colin Powell would later say that that speech was a stain on his career. We have to learn from the mistakes. What happened October 7th was compared to 9/11. We have to learn from the post-9/11 mistakes. Right now, what's critical is to be here with microphones and to talk to people of every political persuasion, every ethnicity, every religion, every sexual orientation, even so many political perspectives. But on this, people are united that the mass killing must stop.
And lastly, Amy, what is the one thing that you think the average American should know about Palestine?
I think they should know that there's a grassroots media that is giving voice to people at the grassroots, whether here in Washington, D.C., in New York, in Egypt, in Palestine, in Israel. I mean, the number of Israeli peace activists who are not heard in the media either, whether it's human rights lawyers, whether it is journalists, whether it is people in the street. There is a drumbeat now for war that has been built by the corporate media, and we have to have a counter to that, because the media can be the greatest force for peace on earth if we let people speak.
Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you.